Isaac, the promised son of Abraham and Sarah, grew up in a family defined by faith. He was the fulfillment of God's miraculous promise. Yet life would test him in ways quiet but profound. God's promise was not only for Abraham's obedience, but for the next generation, through Isaac. Isaac trusted the God who kept his promises. Faith often grows quietly, and sometimes the greatest acts of obedience are unseen. God's promise was not only spoken, it was lived in daily trust. Isaac's story invites us to listen for God's faithfulness in the quiet, to receive, remember, and walk in what God has promised. This is the heritage of those who trust Him. The promise continues. Isaac's life was marked by peaceful obedience. He followed his father Abraham faithfully. He tended the fields, dug wells, and walked in the covenant path. Unlike Abraham, Isaac's acts of faith were quieter, but no less powerful. When famine struck, Isaac trusted God's provision rather than taking matters into his own hands. He allowed God to guide his life, not fear or desperation. Trust looks like diligent work and quiet dependence. God met him in everyday obedience. Faith is not always loud. Sometimes it is steady. Isaac chose trust over panic, and God honored it. The covenant path is patient, humble, and fruitful. God was faithful. While Isaac was not the one asked to sacrifice himself, his father Abraham was tested on Mount Moriah. Isaac exemplified obedience by trusting completely. He did not resist or question. He allowed God's plan to unfold. In this quiet trust, Isaac became a model of faith for all generations. Faith sometimes requires patience and submission, not heroic acts. God sees the heart that yields, and He provides in His time. The lesson of trust follows us home. Quiet obedience leaves a lasting witness. God is faithful. Isaac's life reminds us that faithfulness often looks quiet. He obeyed God's commands, trusted provision, and walked in peace. Through Isaac came Jacob, then Israel, and eventually the Messiah. Faith is cumulative. Obedience builds legacy. Let us learn from Isaac. Trust God quietly, faithfully, and consistently. Wherever we are, we can walk in His promise. His faithfulness does not fail. Lord, teach me to walk in the quiet faith of Isaac. Help me trust You with every provision, every conflict, and every promise. Let my obedience be a blessing for generations to come. Amen. God's promises endure. Walk in them.